Imagine a school where football is not just played but lived. La Masia, the largest academy in the world, continues to amaze the planet with its exceptional talents.
La temporada pasada he jugado un partido y a los pocos minutos me he lesionado y ahora he vuelto y muy contento.
La Xavi juga al Barça.
La Masia, the cradle of football geniuses. Few football academies in the world have the mystique and historical significance of La Masia, the legendary youth academy of FC Barcelona. The name, meaning the farm in Catalan, refers to the historic building near Camp Nou where it all began. Founded in 1979 during the presidency of Josep Luis Núñez, the academy was established with the goal of developing talent within a clear and defined philosophy: the pursuit of technical excellence, ball possession control, and attacking football. The project gained further strength with the arrival of Johan Cruyff, who not only revolutionized Barcelona's playing style, but also solidified the academy's methodology. Inspired by the total football philosophy of Dutch football, Cruyff implemented a mentality based on quick ball movement, constant movement, and tactical intelligence. This concept became the backbone of La Masia, shaping the club's DNA and preparing young players to seamlessly integrate into the first team's model. In the 1990s, the first jewels began to shine in the professional team. Names like Pep Guardiola, a cerebral midfielder, stood out and proved that La Masia wasn't just a promise, but a reality. The success of the project became even more evident in the 2000s when the academy began producing an unprecedented generation. Players like Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, and Carles Puyol became icons of the club and pillars of Barcelona, who would dominate Europe in the following years. La Masia was not only a breeding ground for individual talents, but also a school of collective football. Every player formed there knew exactly how to move, how to press, how to create space, and, above all, how to play as a team. The peak of this philosophy came with the rise of a young Argentine prodigy, Lionel Messi. Discovered as a child by Barcelona, Messi passed through La Masia and quickly became the club's biggest star, combining his natural talent with the principles taught at the academy. The impact of La Masia transcended Barcelona and influenced world football. Tiki-taka, a playing style based on ball possession and short passes, marked an era and was adopted by the Spanish national team, who won Euro 2008, the 2010 World Cup, and Euro 2012, with a team filled with Barcelona Youth Academy graduates. Over the years, the academy continued to unveil talents like Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets, Cesc Fabregas, Pedro, and Jordi Alba, consolidating itself as one of the greatest football factories in the world. La Masia was not just a training center, but a playing philosophy and a symbol of Barcelona, proving that with the right combination of talent and methodology, it was possible to shape players who not only won, but enchanted the world with their football. Other great football academies around the world. The academy as the future of the club in addition to La Masia. Several clubs around the world have renowned football academies that not only produce world-class players, but also secure the future of the club by developing internal talents. These academies are key to the financial and sporting sustainability of the clubs, as they not only produce top players but also serve as investments for the future. Sao Paulo FC's academy, located in Coxa, is one of the most respected in Brazil and the world. Over the years, the club has revealed great stars such as Kaká, Lucas Moura, Casemiro, and Oscar, who went on to have prominent careers in European clubs and the Brazilian national team. This academy has been essential to Sao Paulo, maintaining the tradition of revealing players who are not only promising, but can become global icons. The technical and tactical development provided by the club is one of the most efficient in Brazilian football, with emphasis on the mental and physical growth of athletes. Ajax, famous for its youth academy, has been a worldwide reference. At its historic De Toekomst, the club has developed some of the greatest players in football history. Since the 1990s, Ajax has produced exceptional talents like Dennis Bergkamp, Frank Rijkaard, Marco van Basten, and Johan Cruyff, as well as more recent stars such as Zeech, Frenkie de Jong, Matthijs de Ligt, and Donny van de Beek. Ajax continues to heavily invest in its academy, adopting the philosophy of total football, which prioritizes ball possession and player versatility. Bayern Munich's academy, called FC Bayern Campus, has stood out for producing players such as Thomas Müller, Philipp Lahm, Bastian Schweinsteiger, and more recently Joshua Kimmich. With the implementation of advanced training methods, Bayern invests in young talents who can quickly integrate into the professional team, as seen with Alphonso Davies and Leroy Sane. Bayern has proven effective not only in forming athletes, but in adapting them rapidly to the demands of European football. Chelsea FC boasts one of the most prolific academies in England, with Cobham being the development center that has produced stars like John Terry, Mason Mount, Reece James, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and more recently Conor Gallagher. In recent years, Chelsea has become a reference in developing young players, both in English football and internationally, with many of these athletes being key to the club's success in the Premier League and European competitions. Manchester United, another giant with a historic academy, is Manchester United, who has always been proud of its youth development philosophy, especially in the 90s and 2000s. United's academy revealed players like Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, David Beckham, Gary Neville, and Nicky Butt, who formed the backbone of one of the greatest teams in football history. Today, players like Marcus Rashford, Scott McTominay, and Brandon Williams continue the club's tradition of betting on homegrown talents. Real Madrid, although better known for its philosophy of signing international stars, Real Madrid has also invested in its academy, producing important talents like Raul Gonzalez, Iker Casillas, and Dani Carvajal. Recently, the club has put more faith in young players like Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Federico Valverde, and Eduardo Camavinga, who are proving to be key to the club's future. Flamengo in Brazil. Flamengo has stood out as one of the clubs with the best youth academies in the country, with players like Vinicius Jr., Lucas Paqueta, Rainier, and more recently João Gomez emerging from their youth ranks. Flamengo has won important titles and produced players who shine in European leagues, securing its place among the best football academies in the world. These academies show that modern football is increasingly dependent on the development of new talents, and many of the top clubs in the world invest heavily in their youth systems to ensure a bright future. These clubs not only guarantee the continuation of sporting success, but also offer their players unique development opportunities. The academy is, without a doubt, the future of the club, and over time, these young talents become the new icons who continue to write the history of their clubs. The power of Barcelona with La Masia. The new generation fights for the UCL Barcelona, traditionally recognized for its playing style and player development philosophy, continues to shine with the strength of its La Masia Academy. Over the years, the club has been an example of how integrating young talents into the first team can be crucial in building a competitive and sustainable squad. With a new generation of talented players, Barcelona is once again in the fight for the Champions League, the most prestigious title in European football, bringing renewal and hope to their supporters. Among the main highlights of La Masia are players like Lamine Yamal, the young prodigy who has been impressing with his skill and game vision. At just 16 years old, Yamal has shown the potential to become one of the biggest stars in world football. Alongside him, Xavi, who has already been standing out with consistent performances, has been key in the team's midfield, bringing energy, intensity, and creativity. Additionally, other names like Alejandro Balde, a left-back who stands out for his speed and quality in attack, Ferran Torres, and Antoine Fati, both with experience in the youth academy, also continue to be important players, fighting for prominence in the squad. Players like Inaki Peña, the young goalkeeper who confidently takes on the responsibility of guarding the team's goal, and Hector Fort, who has been excelling in the lower divisions, have also shown that La Masia is not only a breeding ground for attackers and midfielders, but also for top-level goalkeepers and defenders. In attack, Barcelona also relies on Olmo, another promising name who has arrived to add quality to the squad. The development of players like Casado and Kerbasai, who show great potential to become starters soon, demonstrates that Barcelona continues to have one of the best football academies in the world. This renewal in Barcelona's team has brought new hope to the club, which, despite a transition phase after the departure of key players, is still chasing the Champions League. The youth academy remains the backbone of the team, with these young players leading the journey to overcome a difficult period and return the club to the top of Europe. The strength of La Masia continues to be Barcelona's main pillar, with a focus on developing players who will later be responsible for rebuilding and ensuring the continued success of the club. The future looks promising for the Catalans, with a new generation of stars ready to write a new era of triumphs in European football.